Hello, and welcome to a special bonus episode of the Peter Palmer podcast, where we usually attempt to read every issue of the Amazing Spider-Man week by week. But this week, Spider-Man Far From Home came out, and we saw it yesterday, Monday, 1st of July. The way we're going to do this, non-spoilers at the start, as always, for as long as we feel like we can.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to warn of spoilers. We're going to give you plenty of warnings. Don't you worry. You can click off the video.
Yeah. So. And we'll do spoiler guns like we usually do. And much like our other reviews, we waited way too long to record our review, and now we're in a delirious state.
It's been about reason 24 hours since we watched the movie.
It would have been now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just how we do reviews, apparently.
It's the special thing that we give that no other channel does, or the reviews.
No other successful channel does. Anyway, Spider-Man Far From Home, what did you think? Was it good?
Define good.
Is it good by your standards?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. It's good by my standards. I'd watch it again. But was it great? By no means.
I'd say it was just passable as a movie for me.
I'd say it was good. I
enjoyed
one thumb up.
Yeah, I wasn't terribly bored by it or anything. I wasn't this sucks. But the whole time, it's the first Spider-Man movie where I've been watching it the first time. I've just been
nah,
Spider-Man. But the way it started, it just kind of starts. And they don't introduce us to Peter Parker and his car.
And there's obviously a huge section like that.
Yeah,
that's been cut out where it's meant to bring the audience and ease them back in and then show us about Peter Parker and where he's at the moment. Even
in the trailers, there's that whole action sequence in a restaurant that's not in the movie.
It's just been completely cut.
I guess you could say it's a spoiler, but it's not in the movie. So
yeah,
the trailers are showing you stuff that's not in the movie.
Well, there you go, Sony.
Yeah, and I just felt like the whole time I didn't really understand Peter Parker as a character.
But the annoying thing was
lost amongst everything else.
Yeah, I was about to say the annoying thing was that I could see where you could make it better, and they had its good moments, and it was almost heading towards something good, or something, I don't know, for Peter to learn and grow from, but it didn't.
There's pieces throughout of his whole dilemma in the movie. He wants to impress MJ, and at the same time he has to stop this whole new threat, the Elementals and Mysterio.
He just wants to have a vacation because he went to space and saw his mentor/father figure die in front of his own eyes.
Yeah, and everyone's putting this pressure on him to become the next Iron Man. There's one good scene at the start where he's
the press
conference, and everyone's asking him these questions so what's it like to step up to the mantle of Iron Man? And he's getting so overwhelmed by all the questions.
Everyone's oh, what's it like to be the leader of the Avengers and blah, blah, blah. What's the next? Yeah. What happens if another alien comes to Earth and then does the thing in movies where everything kind of starts to drown the character and they're just fuck out of here. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there was little moments where you can see they were trying to make you care, but
but it just wasn't cohesive. It just didn't do enough consistently. You can't just have a movie where it's just has a bunch of nice moments and in between is action scenes and little comedy things. You can't do that because you don't end up caring about what happens to the characters anyway, because you're just well, what the hell?
The thing about the action scenes is none of them particularly stood out to me. I don't remember any of them as being particularly interesting. There's a few sequences with Mysterio that I can't spoil.
Yeah, I was about to say the only action scenes that are really memorable to me are the ones that we can't talk about, Mysterio bits. Yeah,
not the ones you see in the trailer. There's other Mysterio stuff that's really cool.
That's really fucking mind blowing. Favorite parts of the film. Yeah.
I don't feel the action sequences really served Peter's character progression in the movie that much.
No.
There were little attempts here and there.
There's one part, I guess it's a bit of a spoiler, so I won't say, where I was again, where you feel it will take you there, or be oh shit, but then it's kind of you know what I mean? Oh, I just hit the microphone, but it's brushed, I
think Peter in this movie, the journey he goes through is very similar to Spider-Man Homecoming, because the first movie was about him everyone around him was putting this pressure on him. Well, not putting this pressure on him, but he was putting pressure on himself
yeah,
impress his elders and like a superhero like everyone else. But then at the end he realizes that like he can do it on his own. He doesn't need to impress everyone. And
iconic scene from where he's lifting up the building off of him.
Yeah. And this movie, it's a similar thing where he's got this pressure on him to become the next Iron Man and live up to these expectations. And at the end, he's like, no, I'll just be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that's like the first movie.
I thought I wanted it to be like, yeah, exactly, like something else. Like it felt like it was heading towards something that it never like landed at. It was almost like, imagine if you got into a bus and you knew what the destination was and you were heading there. They took a few weird detours and like lefts and rights along the way, but then you can see this familiar road, and right before you get there, you just turn a hard left, and you're just like, well, what the fuck?
You're talking about like the ending.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ending.
I didn't feel that as much.
I felt because first thing I thought when it ended, I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, what stuff you did like? I do like the characters.
Jake Gyllenhaal was so good.
Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio.
Wow.
Quentin Beck.
And Tom Holland's performance was really good too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we're not talking about like, oh, Tom Holland wasn't good in this movie. Like, no, he was really good. And you can tell that he really cared. He like put a lot of like effort into like portraying this, Peter Parker and stuff. Like, and you could see that on like both Jake Gyllenhaal and his like terms, I guess. Also, Jon Favreau was pretty good.
Yeah, I think this was Tom Holland's best performance as Peter Parker.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, he does a good cry. He does the good cry.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Yeah, Gyllenhaal gets to Jake Gyllenhaal it up a few times.
Yeah, he gets to do his classic Jake.
Like the first half of the movie is
Prisoners kind of thing.
They're really underutilizing Jake Gyllenhaal's like acting abilities.
Yeah, I was so worried too, because like the introduction scene where he's just like, hi, I'm Quentin Beck, and they shake hands. And then I'm just like, is this what is going to be the whole movie? And then it kept kind of being like that. And then there was a point where I was like,
yeah, where he becomes full like Nightcrawler Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Prisoners Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Prisoners Jake Gyllenhaal.
Reminded me the most of. I was like, oh my God. Like, I just remember watching Prisoners and being like, holy fuck, like, getting like really physically scared when I first watched that movie, and I got kind of like a bit of that feeling back when I was watching him play Mysterio, and I just thought that was just so good because he's so good at that. Like,
yeah, and Mysterio overall was one of the better parts of the movie.
Yeah, he was definitely
very classic Mysterio, I'd say.
Yeah,
without giving anything away.
Yeah, don't want to. They were talking about in the press tours and stuff how it's really different to the comic books and everything, but after watching, I was like, was it?
It's not that different. No.
Was it that different? Like his motivations were really different.
His motivations weren't the same, but it was updated to how I thought it would be.
Yeah,
like a modern day Mysterio.
Definitely, it makes perfect sense.
If you know stuff about Mysterio, we won't get into it in case that's a spoiler.
I really liked some of the humor and it was really good. Even though I complained about you can't just have like humor intercut with like serious, like
some of it was a bit forced.
Some of it, like a lot of the Ned and Betty stuff was kind of like, all right, like
funny for a little bit.
It was funny for the first few bits, and then like they kept going, and then I just like roll my eyes. Everyone,
it's like I get what they're trying to do. It's like it's in high school how couples just get together just like that.
Yeah, and they don't really do anything. They just like, hey babe, like they don't. Yeah.
What else did I like? Oh yeah, the comedy. I love the
teacher characters.
Cast. Yeah, Martin Starr was really funny.
Yeah, both the teacher characters were really good.
I wish there was more of the kids.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Enough of the
what
kids.
I didn't like was that even Pete's friends, like MJ and Ned and Betty, I feel like they were really underused or not used to their like full potential in this movie either. Like I just felt a bit. I was I was wanting more or expecting more. I don't know. That's the way I feel anyway. Like
I always like movies where all the side characters they manage to give them a purpose.
Game Night.
Oh yeah, Game Night.
Game Night does that so well.
I
love that.
Other superhero movies.
Superhero movies, yeah.
Shazam earlier this year.
Yeah, Shazam, and all the orphan, like all
the kids,
foster kids,
something to do in the third act.
And that's so good.
Like other Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man 2, we rewatched last night.
Yeah, exactly.
And we noticed like how every single character in that is involved in the
even
plot.
Tiny characters like John Jameson. Like, you know what I mean?
They all tie into Peter's overarching conflict.
And they all are like in the right, like they all, whenever they're in a scene, they have like a purpose that drives the plot forward to be in that scene, not just to make like a quip, you know? Which is like not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not just hating on it's just like they're just trying to be like making laughs out of the theater or whatever. But I think you can do that as well as have the character there for a reason to drive the plot forward and to, you know, motivate or like, you know, add conflict or motivate the main character, you know. I don't know. It's just,
I agree.
It's one off, thanks.
The Betty and I forget the other characters' names. Their news reports at the school.
Oh yeah, really frizzy-haired kid. Yeah.
In sports, the girls' basketball team takes on the Flatbush Asgardians this Thursday night. Let's show Tiger pride. Go get 'em, Tigers!
Roar.
That was the opening scene, which was really jarring because I thought they were going to play Spider-Man theme for the Marvel logo.
Maybe don't spoil it.
Yeah, but they play something else. So
the first 15 minutes were very bizarre.
Yeah, it was, especially before the Marvel logo. I was like,
that opening scene could have been cut. We'll talk about that in spoilers.
Yeah, I was expecting it when it first started to be something else, but then I was like, okay,
Yep. Spoilers.
Yeah, let's talk about it because we're like, spoilers. We can't talk anymore without wanting to spoil because I've got so much to say.
If you don't want spoilers, get out of here now. Even though I don't think there's really that much to spoil, I find that with a lot of people, the only things they find to be spoilers are deaths and twists.
Yeah,
and this has
I was about to
twists.
say, yeah, it does.
So, what do you want to talk about first about this movie? If you work backwards, we'll talk about the post-credit scenes.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I want to talk about the ending. I was just about to say
one of them annoyed me. The other one I really liked. The second post-credit scene is Mendo.
Ben Mendo! Oh my god, our boy.
Podcast regular.
Yeah, podcast regular Ben Mendelsohn made it into a Spider-Man movie, folks.
Yeah.
As a second end credit scene.
As a Skrull.
Skrull.
Nick Fury Skrull.
Nick Fury and the Friends lady were Skrulls.
Yep. Friends lady?
Not Friends, sorry, How I Met Your Mother. Sorry. Yeah. I haven't watched either of them, so it's all just like the same to me. Sorry, people that like Friends and How I Met Your Mother.
But I like that after credit scene. I was like, yes.
Yeah, it was so good. I got so excited.
Even, like, thinking back to the movie, it's like, does that quite make sense with everything that happened?
Maybe not, but you know.
I think that all that Nick Fury stuff is a bit confusing. I have to watch it again to see if everything adds up.
Because there's a bit where Happy Hogan like gives him a secret message or a coded message, and somehow he understands it. I'm just like, if he's not Nick Fury, then how? Like how?
I guess do Skrulls like take on memories as well?
Well, I don't know. That's what I was thinking too.
I think they do to an extent.
Yeah. Because then how would he know how to act so well as Nick Fury? Because like he's very convincingly like, bitch, please.
And the other post-credit scene, the mid-credit scene, was J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons returns as J. Jonah Jameson. Everyone in the audience was like, yeah. But I'm like, you guys don't even like Spider-Man, probably. I mean, like, I say that.
Watching a Spider-Man movie.
No, not Spider-Man. I'm like, these are probably the same people that are like, oh, the Raimi films are like so cringy. I'm like, all right, whatever.
It wasn't as exciting to me. I don't know why. I think because I expected it, half expected
I found it exciting.
It was exciting,
but the context of it was kind of like, really? Like, yeah.
Because he was at the premiere, so that kind of got me thinking like, he might have a little cameo somewhere.
Yeah, we were thinking that he would have a cameo, and he did, so there you go.
Yeah, but I don't like that scene because it was revealed that Mysterio, in his dying breaths, he sent a video to
one of his lackeys, yeah.
And now they've revealed that Spider-Man is Peter Parker to the whole world on the news.
Yeah, while he's watching on a New York building, because that's how news gets around.
Yeah.
By the way,
in the Spider-Man movies. Remember Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
I don't like that. It didn't make me excited to see the next one.
Because it's weird, because I was just thinking about it for a while, like after I left the theater and everything. It was like, so, okay, he's come back from this trip after high school, whatever. He's with MJ and he's just Spider-Man now. so what's next? All right, so he's going to finish high school, go to college, meet Harry and Gwen, work at the Bugle, do what Spider-Man does, and then all of a sudden it's just like, no, everyone knows that he's Spider. And I'm just like, he hasn't even met Harry yet. Like, he doesn't.
We don't know where it's going. To be fair.
To be fair, exactly, we don't. And but I'm just so
things about Spider-Man. That you need to keep.
Yeah, exactly. Like cornerstones, the literal cornerstones of Spider-Man. They've, first of all, removed the most important cornerstone of Spider-Man from the get-go, and that's Uncle Ben.
Yeah, he's never brought up ever.
No. The most he gets is BFP on his luggage, and you see that for a split second in the movie.
Uncle Ben's an Easter egg now.
Yeah, Uncle Ben.
We've said that before, but like... Yeah. They've reduced Uncle Ben to an Easter egg.
Instead of literally, he's Peter Parker's cornerstone. And for those of you who don't know what cornerstones are, if you've ever like studied character writing or anything like that, it's like the things that define a person or like define a character. It's like the moments in their life that send them on the direction that makes them who they are. And that's a huge one for Spider-Man. It's the whole, with great power comes great responsibility, and he learns like so much from seeing the death of his uncle and being responsible for it.
Yeah. Well, there's that.
I don't know.
And that wouldn't bother me as much if the whole thing with Spider-Man from the very get-go is the fact that he is Spider-Man always affects his personal life and has consequences.
Yeah. He's always like
has consequences on Spider-Man.
Exactly.
And we don't really get that. They do it for a scene, then the next scene we see the characters that he screwed over and they're like, it's okay, we forgive you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I like you.
There's no lasting effects of any of the decisions he makes, and it's like,
exactly. He puts his friends in danger so many times. He ditches them, screws them over, the girl he likes. Yeah. And they're all just like, no, we love you, Peter. You're our friend. But like compared to other movies where even like in the I could compare it to the Raimi films because Spider-Man 2 did it so well. But even in The Amazing Spider-Man, they do it because it's the whole, Pete can't be with Gwen because he's Spider-Man, because he's risking her life. He basically was responsible for the death of her father and everything. It's like, you can't be Peter Parker and Spider-Man. You're Spider-Man or you're Peter Parker.
And I guess bringing it back to while I was talking about this, the mid-credits scene, because we went off on a tangent.
Oh, we did. Yes. Sorry.
It's like the whole point of Spider-Man is that he's got a secret identity. Mm-hmm. And if everyone knows who he is, then it deflates the tension of everything.
Yeah,
like, exactly. What's the point? Like, he can do it with Iron Man, because Iron Man's a very different character.
Exactly. He's a public figure as like...
He's a public figure.
Yeah,
exactly.
Anyways, yeah.
Peter's meant to be the everyman.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to live a normal life.
A normal life. He just wants
But he has this responsibility to be a hero as well.
Yeah.
And the whole dilemma of each movie is him balancing those two things.
Exactly. Like with Homecoming, it's him just wanting to go to Homecoming. It's him just wanting to be a high school student.
And I think this movie had the perfect setup for that.
Yeah.
He's going on a vacation.
He just wants to go on vacation, literally.
Stuff happens and he can't enjoy his vacation.
Yeah.
That's why in the trailers, like, this makes
Seems
sense.
Fun, yeah.
Mysterio. We like Mysterio.
Oh my god, he's so good.
The sequences were cool.
Yeah, those were the bits that are so memorable to me. Like, I was just blown away, like, watching that on the big screen in the theater, like, holy fuck, this looks visually so stimulating, so interesting. And like also seeing it in like Dolby Atmos was really cool. Like sounded amazing. All the CGI was really well done in those bits. Sorry, not all in the whole movie, just in those bits. All the bits where Pete's in Italy or whatever, and his blue flanny like doing Spider-Man stuff. I was like,
I don't think the action is very well shot either, unless it's a fully CGI thing where they can put the camera everywhere.
Yeah,
like
true.
They tried to do more practical stuff in this, I could tell.
Yeah,
with like him in Venice, I think it was, like getting hit with the water and he got
yeah.
But the way that was integrated, I didn't quite work.
It felt like a trailer shot, like because it was in the trailer probably. Yeah, that's why I think that. But yeah, no.
And Peter and MJ romance.
Oh yeah.
There were moments where I liked it.
Yeah, it was like with the part where he's at the opera and he's having to like decide whether or not he wants to like go sit down with her or leave. But kind of after that, it kind of just goes like, whoa, all right.
And the score is so good. Mm-hmm. You could barely hear it in the sound mix.
No, you couldn't. Yeah.
But I listened to the score before the movie and I was like, oh, I'm so excited to hear this. Kind of drowned out by everything else, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
because the Peter and MJ theme is really nice, and Mysterio's theme is so cool as well.
Yeah.
It's got like synth mixed in with it, but it's also like very superhero,
like theme
major key
kind of
uplifting
thing. Yeah.
Theme. Yeah.
Which is cool for the character because you think that he's this cool hero, but really...
And once he gets revealed as Mysterio, theme song, I don't know how to explain it in music terms, but there's like a shift in it a little bit. It sounds different.
Yeah.
It's not quite as heroic when it plays.
It sounds a bit off.
Oh no. Okay, we're back.
What did you say?
SD card filled up.
What were we talking about? Mysterio?
Yeah, Mysterio's theme.
Yeah,
we're talking about the score. It's so much better than the Homecoming score. Like, just listening to it.
Yeah. Homecoming Suite's so good. I really liked it. Not Homecoming, sorry. Far From Home. LOL. Well,
let's talk about the way the movie started. Because it was very bizarre.
Before that,
scene,
yeah.
Because they always do like a cold open with these Marvel movies now.
Usually it's about the villain.
Yeah, introducing the villain. But this one is just Nick Fury and Kobe Smulders rock up to Mexico and it's damaged and they're like, seismic activity of a tornado was
with a face.
Here,
yeah.
It had a face. And then the rock monster or like
tornado, Earth one.
Yeah, Earth creature comes up and they start shooting at it.
And then Quentin Beck's like,
yeah, Mysterio comes in and he's like, you don't want
any part of this. And then he goes,
you don't want any part of this.
In the cinema, I was so confused. I physically went, what the fuck?
Fucking weird. Like,
yeah.
When you rewatch it, it won't be as jarring.
Yeah, because you were expecting it. Yeah, but it was so jarring. Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it felt like a joke.
And then after the Marvel logos has that song playing over it, it says "In Memoriam" in Comic Sans.
Yeah, in Comic Sans with all lowercase, no capitals.
For a second, I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah,
am I having a weird dream?
Yeah, like this is actually not. I was convinced like this is not the movie.
And then it clicked in my brain because it holds an "In Memoriam" for way too long.
Yeah, it does. It's just like
20 seconds. I want to say. And I was like,
it does. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's.
The Betty and other dude thing, yeah.
Because I remember Homecoming started similar, where it was a film by Peter Parker.
Yeah, and then it was this vlog. That was cool. I love that opening. So yeah. Cool. By the way, it's canon now that during that vlog he made, like a film by Peter Parker, that in that hotel room in Germany, he ordered porn.
Yeah.
That's literally canon. Why did they put that in a movie? Like, why? They cut out, like, a whole scene from the start that would have been, like, character, like, development, like, showing where he's at. But then they kept in the part where he's like, I saw that you watch porn in Germany. Like, stress me out.
Thing that he knew that,
that he could trust him, that he's not a illusion. Anyway, I don't know why that particularly stressed me out, but it did.
There's a section of the movie that I really liked. With all the Mysterio illusions and like Spider-Man, like getting just
so like shit after shit after shit. He's so stressed out. Like he's getting all this stuff piled on top of him, and then it leads to like the whole like snap where Happy Hogan's stitching him up. And he's saying relax, and he goes relax. How am I supposed to relax? And I'm just like, oh, Tony Stark over here. Like holy shit. No, I love that bit because it was just like where everything. Like terrible happens, it just boils over, and it just I don't know.
What do you think of the world building from post Endgame?
Oh yeah, I liked how they explained it. It was it was nice, I guess, to the audience because I think that's what a lot of people have been wondering. Like, oh, how does high school work now? Like, yeah.
I like that they did it with the Betty news report.
Yeah,
pizza, because they will have both.
Because then it makes sense to have exposition in that context.
It was weird that it was right off the bat, though.
Yeah, they just instantly explained it.
I wish we got introduced to Peter first.
Yeah.
Scene with Spider-Man, seeing where he's at.
Even,
like getting introduced to his emotional conflict right off the bat. And then we get introduced to the high school stuff.
Even when we first see Peter, it's a bit of a cold open. It feels so weird. It's just like,
to him.
What? Like, because literally the last time we see him, he's got fucking bloodshot red eyes from crying when he's back at high school and hugs Ned. That's the last time we saw him in a movie, like, you know what I mean, MCU movie. And then he's just like, Hey.
Remember in Endgame, people spotted what they thought was Ben Mendelsohn at the high school.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that makes sense now?
It probably does, actually, yeah. I think that's pretty cool. Like, now that, we know that he's Nick Fury.
What else? The twists, the reveals. Mysterio was revealed to
be Mysterio.
Yeah, everything was illusions. It's yep.
Literally everything was CGI. He's basically pretty much the same as comic book Mysterio, where he's just a Hollywood guy who knows how to do like
because that's what we were all expecting at the start with the trailer. We're like, oh yeah. But then as it kept going on, the way people are talking about this
and the press tour and stuff,
talking about the press tour, it's like it's a very different Mysterio to the comics. We've taken some risks it changes the character fundamentally. Yeah, like it doesn't really.
No, it doesn't.
It changes his motivations, but they do that with every Spider-Man film.
Because you got to change it from like a 60s
they all just want to rob banks.
Yeah, back in the day, literally. Yeah,
and I like that they kept that with Vulture. He just wants to rob.
He just wants to rob people. Yeah, I love that. That's great.
I kept hearing there was heaps of twists in this movie. It was just that. It was just Mysterio had drones.
The twist was
and projectors.
The twist in the movie was Peter Parker didn't change.
He doesn't change till the post-credit scene where his whole world just gets ruined.
Yep. That's literally how the last movie ended too, right? Where May's like, oh, fuck, or what the fuck?
I feel like they made that a post-credit scene.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Directly from the last scene.
The last scene, I thought that too. I was going to say that to you in the car, but that's the thing that I forgot to say, like on the drive home. I was like, why did they separate that from the movie?
I think because of the J.K. Simmons reveal. And also because they always need to have a mid-credit scene, so they're like, we'll just push that aside. Because how did the movie end?
They could have easily mid-credit scened the Mendo, like, Skrulls thing.
Yeah, but then you can't have a post-credit
They could have made the post-credit scene like Betty and Ned getting back together, something stupid like that. I don't know. The
post credit does a fart into the
camera, because the post credit scene's always a troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it's like
it wasn't in this.
Yeah, it wasn't in this. It was actually information. Yeah.
And you see Nick Fury on a Skrull ship as well.
Yeah, doing
a Valerian vacation.
Yeah, me and Mike turned around to each other like Valerian.
Yeah. And it was. Yeah. But then it was
it literally was a Valerian beach, which was cool. So he's probably up to some Captain Marvel shenanigans. Which was cool when. When Pete first meets Nick Fury in this underground base with Quentin Beck and stuff, and he goes, Thor, Off-World, and he's naming all these superheroes that could do it instead of him, and he says Captain Marvel, and he's like, don't say her name, or something like that. I was like, that makes a lot more sense, like, because, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, because...
That still makes sense.
Because Talos was saved. His whole family and race was saved by Captain Marvel. That's why...
Yeah.
Little things like that.
Probably little bits of foreshadowing.
Yeah. I think
remember when he said that line, I was like,
me too. Literally, I thought that too. Yeah. Okay. So, because in retrospect, that's kind of cool. It's like a little bit of a hint, or maybe, I would imagine that the Skrulls like praise her like Jesus because like she saved them all. Yeah.
Isn't it funny how the Mysterio costume is a like practical costume, even though in the logic of the movie it's
CGI. Yeah. I find that pretty funny.
We reveal Jake Gyllenhaal is in a mocap suit the whole movie.
Yeah, literally.
And it's just projections.
He's literally in an actual film mocap suit. Like, yeah.
I actually liked how they did that with, it was technology we've been introduced to before.
Yeah.
Because that would have been a bit like, if it was new magic technology.
Yeah, if it was like some like mystical or magic-y thing,
Tony Stark's
CGI robots, drones.
Yeah, hologram technology he had in Civil War.
Yeah.
To recreate his parents.
How good was that scene where it's a reveal? Like,
behind the scenes the whole time. Like,
it like zooms in and like enhances, and it's like it shows Jake Gyllenhaal in the background of that scene, and it's like so funny.
And it looks so dodgy though. Like, he's obviously just comped into the footage.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, I thought that was hilarious. The guy that
Jeff Bridges yells at in the first Iron Man.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was the same actor. Do you
Probably, maybe it could be. I don't know.
It might be. I'm not sure. The guy just got yelled at by Jeff Bridges.
And they bring him back, literally. I'm like, who would have thought?
At this point, they can bring anyone back.
Yeah.
Not too much else to say. Overall, it was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
No, I definitely didn't hate it, but it's not great. Like,
it's probably one of the lower MCU movies for me.
Homecoming's like here. Far From Home's like here.
Yeah.
For me.
And all I wanted it to be was as good as Homecoming.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted it to be, and like, I don't know.
Parts of it were, parts of it were not. I think it kind of got bogged down by the fact that it has to end Phase 3 and has to pick up after Endgame.
Yeah.
I feel like they had this really cool idea for a movie
vacation
where he goes on vacation.
Movie, yeah. He just wants to be Pete.
Yeah, it gets ruined by Mysterio and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Endgame script. And they had to tie all that into
it. The Endgame thing probably hijacked it.
Just streamline it really down to like the basic things and let everything breathe more, you know.
Exactly.
So what's this third movie going to be? Just him on the run? It's going to be John Wick 3. Everyone's after him.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it's going to be John Wick 3, but it's Peter Parker.
It's cool when John Wick has that ending because you're like, oh fuck, he's going to kill them all in the next one. When a Spider-Man movie ends with like he's been outed to the public.
I would have loved that if he hadn't been outed to the public. Like the whole J. Jonah Jameson was saying Spider-Man's a menace or whatever. But it would have been really cool. But no, it has to.
So is the next movie going to pick up right after where this one left off?
Yeah.
Because it can't. Because none of the Spider-Man movies do that. They always have a time jump. Yeah. And there'll be 5 Marvel movies in between this.
In between this and that, yeah.
So I was like, how's this going to work? Will this be the plot of another Marvel movie? Like a team up? Like Spider-Man will be in like a Doctor Strange movie.
Okay, yeah.
Like, fuck, I need some help from an Avenger. So he goes to Doctor Strange.
It'll be like
can you fuck with time and like revert this?
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like
a pitch for a movie.
There you go. It'll be like the Avengers, but like not the Avengers. It'll be like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange or Spider-Man and someone else. Yeah.
I think that'd be cool now.
That would be cool. He goes to
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and he's like Mr. Strange, help me.
You have the time stone. Can we go back in time and like
Yeah.
I don't know, something with him and Doctor Strange.
Or him and like I don't know, someone else. Ant-Man. Yeah. Anyway.
So my first thought when we saw Jonah Jameson, I was like, oh, that's cool. So we've set up the Daily Bugle so he can be in the next one.
And he can
he's been outed as Peter Parker.
Exactly.
So he can't get a job there.
That's what I was saying. Like I was so excited for it up to the point where he was like, his name is Peter Parker. And I was like, no, you just ruined that whole excitement for me. Because I was like, yes, we got the Daily Bugle. He's going to get a job. He's going to be like, take photos. He's going to meet Harry and Gwen. It's going to be like the whole, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't like how all of these Spider-Man movies end with next movie is going to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's not Spider-Man in Civil War. He'll be Spider-Man in the next movie. Yeah. We're skipping the origin so he can just be Spider-Man off the bat. We don't have to deal with the origin. But then it's origin movie anyway.
Yeah.
Then in Infinity War, it's not quite a Spider-Man movie. He becomes an Avenger. Then he dies.
Then and then he comes back in Endgame.
2 seconds in Endgame.
And cries over his father figure dying that he knew for like a few months that didn't really like care about him apparently.
Yeah,
so.
And then Far From Home.
Well, he did, but yeah.
You expect him to be Spider-Man now. Because he's fought with the Avengers and gone through all that stuff.
Yeah, he's seen some shit.
But at the end, they're like, no, he'll be Spider-Man in the next movie.
And he even goes through shit in Far From Home. He watches another man die. It's the second person he's seen die. And then afterwards, he's like, I want to kiss you, MJ. And I'm like...
In the after credits scene, they're like, no, he's not Spider-Man. He's been outed to the public. So he's not Spider-Man anymore. He's a public superhero.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that.
So, Spider-Man Far From Home. What did you guys think of it? Did you like it? I know a lot of people are loving this movie. And there are a lot of people that are kind of on our side where it's like we disagree with a lot of the decisions and just didn't think the whole movie as a whole was up to a certain standard.
Exactly. Because Homecoming set the standard to me. So, yeah.
And Homecoming felt rushed in aspects, but I think the things that worked really worked.
Yeah. And I can see why people love Far From Home. It was exciting. Like, you know what I mean? It was different than... usual Spidey shenanigans.
And we like to overthink these movies. A lot of people don't overthink these things. They're like, oh yeah, it made me laugh. I felt emotions.
It was fun.
I was entertained. Yeah. Cool stuff.
The bad guy was cool.
And that's why these movies exist, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. Well, if you can enjoy it.
That's what Kevin Feige says. He says, like, we just make these movies for the fans to be entertained.
Exactly.
And, have fun.
And if you're not like us and you feel that way, then I'm jealous of you because
overthinking pop culture is like all I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, if you want to follow us on social media, you can do that at Peter Palmer Pod on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also send us email peterpalmerpod@gmail.com. All that stuff's linked below, as well as our Homecoming commentary track, which we did earlier in the week. If you're going to go back and watch Homecoming after you've seen Far From Home or something, throw on our commentary track if you want to hear us say stuff over the movie.
And try and predict things that never happened in Far From Home.
I wonder if we got anything right.
Don't think so.
No. Oh well. Thanks for watching or listening, however you're doing this, and
yeah. Sayonara. See you later.
Wow. Wow. ビルの谷間の暗闇に Spider-Man